Okay, so while I'm here, I might as well talk about yesterday. Last night, I tried the DMT crystal for the first time, which I've been meaning to try. Although I wasn't intending to blast off. I really wanted just a light hit of it to get the sense of like a DMT vape, because I really love the buzz from a DMT vape, and unfortunately mine broke. I got a good vape, and then the vape kind of like discombobulated on itself and broke, so that's not usable right now. But my friend has the crystal on him, and I wanted to try it. So I like to go in the water. For example, I like to, when I go swimming, I go in slowly. I don't like dive right in. So I like to do that same with substance. Start slow, see how it feels. So I took 2 light hits of the DMT. I didn't blast off, but I took the 2 hits and I held it in, and it took like a good 10-15 minutes for me to start to feel the effects, but I started to feel it quite good. And for me, it's similar to how ayahuasca's been hitting me for the last year. Not very much visual at all, much more full body relaxation, and everything becomes crystal clear, like lemon jelly gummy bears, like crystal clear. And it's so beautiful and delicious to experience that. It's just so rich and vibrant. And I felt the need to lay on the ground like I often do in ayahuasca ceremony. So I was laying on the ground for a while. I was a little bit cold. Somebody covered me with a blanket, and my body was moving to the music, although I wasn't really into that type of music, and there was no other stage playing music at that time for me to like vibe at. And because it's kind of like a setup, you got to get prepared with the pipe and the crystal and mix it with weed, which I didn't want to mix it with weed, but you had to mix with something, so that's what we had. So I mean, I felt the DMT, but I didn't like that it was mixed with weed. I had other stuff in my system already, so I couldn't fully feel the benefits of it, because DMT is a medicine, and having other stuff in my system already and other external stimuli happening that was outside of my control, I wasn't able to really go deep in the medicine and benefit from the healing properties of it. And I spent time thinking about that while I was feeling the effects, thinking about how when working with ayahuasca, for example, in ceremony, we respect the silence. There's periods of silence where we do inner work, and then the other periods are with song, and the songs are written basically by ayahuasca, because ayahuasca speaks through people who feel the urge to sing songs or make songs based on their experiences with ayahuasca. And that's really the only sound that takes place in ceremony, and they're very healing songs about health and remembering where you came from and stuff like that. And when I had the DMT crystal last night, I would have liked to be listening to those kind of songs. It would have been a much more healing experience. I had the music going on that I wasn't really into. My body was moving to it involuntarily, but I would have preferred a better setting for it. And also I had people like asking me how I'm doing, of course, which is, it's good to check in, but like asking me how my experience was when I was still in the middle of experiencing it and not able to actually explain my experience because I was still in it. I didn't feel like socializing anymore, but it was a good experience. Although I was on the ground most of the time not talking with people, it might have looked to others like I wasn't having a good experience. And my friend was like, was it a bad experience? And I was like, no, of course it was a good experience, but like I couldn't really describe it. I wasn't able to go deep into it because of all the external stimuli, and there wasn't peace and quiet, and there were people trying to talk with me, and it's quite an introspective process where there's no words it's hard to describe it in words, and you want to be so present that there's no time for words. Like there are no words, and I was experiencing that. I got sleepy afterwards, went to bed, had a good rest, and still processing it. I might experiment a little bit with it more, but I try to be respectful of my body's limitations, and I'm not really a big smoker, so I don't like to pull it really hard. My friend says you gotta pull it really hard and 3 times to blast off. Well, I really enjoy the buzz of a light hit, honestly, so we'll see. But yeah, DMT is so healing, so it was a little bit strange having it with so many other things in my system already, because I thought that the other things that I had in my system took away from the experience, as well as the external stimuli, the music, the talking, all the things. Now I understand the importance of doing the diet before having ayahuasca, clearing out your body, really preparing your body to receive the medicine so it can do its work. It makes sense now to me, now that I've had this first-hand experience smoking the DMT crystal with having had other things the same day: alcohol, ketamine, mushrooms, weed, all sorts of things, nitrous as well. So it's nice to really be able to appreciate the medicine for what it is, and without the influence of other medicines. Each medicine has its benefits, its time, its place, and it should be given the space it deserves to do the work that it's meant to do. Although DMT and nitrous is a really good combo too. So, and my other friend says, well, DMT is whatever you want it to be. And like on the DMT vape, I have really fun at the stage. It's not too heavy. It's like really nice with the nitrous. Hitting the crystal yesterday was more of a stronger body high. I felt the need to lay down, and yeah, I could feel my mind expanding. I could feel the DMT doing the work, but then I had the other substances taking me away from that. So I'm happy to share this with you all. I know not everybody has had the chance to sit ayahuasca ceremonies. I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm better than anyone because I've did this or that. I'm not trying to be pretentious or whatever. I'm just sharing my experience, and I absolutely love sitting ceremony. I love doing that deep inner work in silence, and but I enjoy experimenting, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to experiment here and share my perspective with others who might not have that opportunity to have done a ceremony, and being in that kind of environment, a healing space where everyone is collectively healing and going through traumas from their past, purging out negativity from their past, and yeah, I'm all about self-healing. Anyway, I could talk all day. That's my talent. I can keep the conversation going all day long. That's why I have a YouTube channel. I always have something to say, even though I don't like talking all the time. That's why I live by myself on an island, but I do need to socialize, and this is like social outlet for me. And if you like the vibes, if you're vibing, please consider subscribing. If you're vibing, consider subscribing. That's what it's about. Leave a comment. Tell me how you like my fit today. You see the watermelon with the face? Check it out. Cucumber or hot pepper. We have other things here. Makeup on point. I was gonna do the fake lashes, but they're a little bit kind of tedious and might bother me later, so I'm trying to keep it kind of simple. This is my cozy outfit for today, so going in soon, and yeah, we'll report back. Thank you for listening to me. Bye. Take good care of yourselves. Listen to your bodies. Give your body what it needs, and listen to your heart and your body.